she eats she eats men to stay alive and living the dream. Hi guys, it's Izzy, and in today's video I'm going to be doing the Diviners book tag. This was created by Emma, Monica and Sarah. I'll leave all their channels down below and the original videos for this. How I didn't come up with this first, I don't know, because am I the biggest Diviner stan ever? Yes, I am. Liberate, if you want a fan club, let me know. I will lead it. I will be the founding member of it. But yes, they've created this tag. They're also doing a read along, which of course I will be participating in, because do I need an excuse to read the Diviners? No, I'll read it anytime, but now I have to because it's a read along, so you know, they forced my hand. We have got some ambient lighting because it's pitch dark outside, because it's winter now in England. You reach October and suddenly sunshine doesn't exist. Also, yes, I've got a Baymax jumper on, be jealous. So basically all these questions are to do with like sayings from the 1920s that are pretty prevalent in the Diviners series. They use a lot of 1920s lingo, so that's what these questions are based on. So yeah, let's get on with the videos and the questions. I think this is technically called the Roaring Twenties tag, but it's Diviners related. Yeah, it doesn't matter, we'll just call it whatever. But the first question is Roaring Twenties, a 2020 release that you are excited for, and there are many book I am excited for, and of course the top 2020 book I am excited for is King of Crows, the fourth and final book in the Diviners installment. Am I ready for it? No. Will I ever be ready for it? No. Am I probably gonna cry for months afterwards? I imagine so. Am I gonna make Pamela read it with me so I can scream about my feelings with her? Yes. So love that for me. But yeah, that's like my main excitement. I'm also really looking forward to the fifth and final book in the Trials of Apollo series. It sounds like it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be an explosive conclusion, and I am excited. But I swear to God, if Rick Riordan kills one more character, oh, we are gonna be having some words. So love that for me. And finally, I am currently on a Ashley Herring Blake train because I'm obsessed with her and everything she's ever written, and I love her, and like she's the best. And she's got another middle grade book, Clementine at Sunrise I think it's called, that's coming out in 2020, which I'm also very excited for. So yay, a lot of 2020 books to be excited about. Get pumped, people. And like, are we gonna get a second Dreamer trilogy book next year? Maybe. Oh god, 2020 is gonna be a real year for books. I'm so excited. The next question is to do with the saying "that's the berries," and that is a new release you loved. A new release that I absolutely loved was The Tyrant's Tomb by Rick Riordan. This is the fourth book in the Trials of Apollo series and came out like a few weeks ago. I read it like a week after it came out because I'm just Rick Riordan trash. So yeah, I read it, I loved it. I was concerned because like for the first quarter I was like, is this gonna be good? Like, I'm kind of bored. Like, is this gonna be an issue? Like, I don't know. Rick Riordan, are we gonna have to reevaluate my love and devotion to you? But he pulled through. He pulled through, and the last quarter of this book was a work of art. It was so good. I absolutely loved this book. If you haven't read this book, read it. I mean, if you haven't read the whole series, read it. Read it just so you can read this book, because this is like genius, like pure genius. Like the amount of plot that went on in this book, and the amount of character development, and the amount of friendships and love and sacrifice. It was just everything. It was just so good. And if you've haven't picked it up, if you're like up to the Burning Maze and you haven't picked up the Tyrant's Tomb, do it immediately. You will not be disappointed. That's the berries. The next question is to do with now you're on the trolley, which means like now you're on the right track. And the question is a series that took until the second book to get good. And there's pretty much only one series I had for that, because usually second books are the worst books. So, you know, well, actually I kind of have two answers, but my main answer is The Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. Pretty much the only book I don't like by Rick Riordan is the first Kane Chronicles book. It just didn't click with me. I didn't feel anything really while reading the book. I remember like it was fine when I read it when I was younger, but then rereading it I was not a big fan. But the second and third books are great. So he got on the trolley, he sorted it out, and he made it great again. So yeah. The other one I would say is Throne of Glass. I hated the first book, but I relatively enjoyed the second book. It wasn't amazing, but it definitely was a big improvement on the first book. So that's kind of like a half answer, but the Kane Chronicles is like definitely got so much better after the first book. Like the second and third books are so good. So yeah, I think that is a series that got on the trolley. You know, great, good for Rick Riordan. The next phrase is Blue Nose, which means like a killjoy. So the question is a book that put you in a reading slump. And I never go into like a full reading slump. I haven't been in like a proper reading slump for like 3 years now, I think, but there have been books that are like so painful to read, like I just won't pick them up. So it like stops me reading because I just don't want to pick up the book like at all. And one of those books was The Thief by Megan Wallen Turner. This book was under 300 pages and it was agonizing. I literally could not. It was just terrible. I just hated it. It was just not for me. No thank you, sir. It was so boring, it was painful, I just never picked it up. In the end, I listened to the audiobook on 3 times speed just to get it done with, and like, because I just didn't care, so I was just like, tell me the story so I can barely hear it and don't need to take any of it on, because I hated it so much. So yeah, that was definitely a book that made me not want to read, like, ever. So yeah, I mean I kept reading after that, but it was a definitely painful experience. The next phrase is Hotsy Totsy, which means like attractive. So the question is a book with a beautiful cover, and like what other option is there except the cover of Muse of Nightmares? Like, I'm sorry, are you seeing this art? Like, are you seeing this? Pure artwork. Like, it's artwork on the inside and it's artwork on the outside. Like, we are blessed. It's just, I love this book, and the cover just makes it like 10 times better. Like, look at this. Look at this. My mind's blown. Is your mind blown? Because look. There's not another option, so. The next phrase is let's blouse, and that means let's get out of here, and that's a book you DNF'd, and for me that was Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. This book was just not for me. It's a book about like Korean mythology and about a girl who is a gumiho, which is like a 9-tailed fox, and I was like, this sounds up my street. 1, I love mythology. 2, I don't know much about Korean mythology. 3, she eats men to stay alive and living the dream. But but basically it was just so not what I was expecting. It was so romance heavy and so did not focus on the mythology and the lore and the like just any part really of the mythology. Like, that took a very much backseat to the romance, and also I didn't feel connected to any of the characters. I got a good like 50% in, so it's not like I didn't get a good vibe of the story. Like maybe there was the climax, but to be honest I didn't feel anything for the characters. The story was boring and it was just so not what I wanted from that book. And apparently it's getting a sequel, which, like, how? It so could have easily been a standalone. Like, I don't know. I don't know the ending, so maybe it needs a sequel, but I will not be reading it, and I don't think I'll be picking up Wicked Fox again because it was just so boring. I listened to it on audiobook, and like I listened to it quite quickly, and I still couldn't keep going with it because I was just like, make it stop. The last phrase is Zusalt. It doesn't give a definition for what that is, but basically the question is a book that caused an epic book hangover, and that for me was very much Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is, am I holding it upside down? Yes I am. Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the Six of Crows duology, and I read this and then every book after was just like, I just kept giving everything like 3 stars because I was like, you're not even on the same plane of existence as Crooked Kingdom. Like everything sucked because I'd read Crooked Kingdom and it was so good and I loved it so much and it became like one of my favourite books ever, and so everything after that just sucked. So it was like, I loved the book, but also you ruined my reading life for me because I couldn't enjoy anything after this because it was so good. So yes, and yes, look at the beautiful special edition. We love, like, okay, I mean I could have chosen this for a beautiful cover too, so you know, but I would also say the Raven Cycle, like finishing that, I like binge read that quartet. And like I was like, what am I supposed to do with my life now? I like binged it and then I finished it and I was like, what is my life now? That's also how I felt after Crooked Kingdom. So I loved them but also hated them because they ruined every other book for me. So yeah, that's the tea on that. Yeah, I will be doing the Diviner read along with Emma, Monica and Sarah. I will be joining in when they do their live shows and everything, and I think they're doing it like the Diviners in November, Lair of Dreams in December, Before the Devil Breaks You in January, and King of Crows in February when it comes out, which so excited for. If you're reading the Diviners for the first time for this read along and you want to buddy read them with me, DM me. I'd love to because I love to scream about the Diviners, and like that's just my life's goal basically, get everyone to read the Diviners and scream about it with them. I made Pamela read them and she's loving it so far, so we can trust her taste. I'll leave her channel down below, she's great. But yeah, if you want to buddy read them, let me know. I'd love to, because have I read them twice in less than a year? Yes. Am I going to have read them 3 times in just over a year? Yes. Do I stand by those decisions? Yes. So we're all good. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's shorter than my other videos, so wow, go me for not blabbering on for 30 minutes. You're welcome, you get a short video. I'm just gifting you. And don't forget, I do have a giveaway currently running. It is on my previous videos, my spooky reads video. Basically all you have to do is subscribe and comment your Twitter or Instagram name in the comments of that video. You can also get an extra entry by retweeting my pinned tweet on my Twitter, which is always linked down below, and as well as my Goodreads, my Amazon wishlist. You can find all the links down below, and I will link to that video in the card things because I'm a technology expert now, so so yeah, if you want to enter that giveaway then that will be available to you. Go ahead and do that. I'm really excited about this giveaway. I've never done a giveaway before and I'm really excited about it because I love books and I love giving people books, so it's a win-win. So yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Was this video a mess because I'm still on hardcore drugs? Yes, and again, medical drugs, but they make my brain real wild. So this is quality content, and to be honest, whenever I speak about the Diviners, it makes me kind of crazy because I'm so obsessed with it, like so obsessed with it. And if anyone knows where I can find a matching set of all 3 books in hardback, I would love you forever. So hit me up. But yes, again, thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you soon-ish, fingers crossed. I would love it if you would subscribe. I would love it if you would join me on my channel for more bookish content. You can follow me on Twitter, you can be my friend on Goodreads, just be my friend everywhere. And I guess turn on the bell notifications. People say that in their videos. I've never turned on anyone's bell notifications, but if you want to, there's that option. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching. I love you all so much. You're wonderful angels and I love you. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video.